What's going on, brothers? I hope you're all having a blessed and fantastic day today. Now, I need you to understand something. The basics, right? When you master the basics, you will master life. Now, what exactly do I mean when I say that? Well, I'm sure you've heard of the Pareto principle, or more commonly known as the 80-20 rule. And if you think about the 80-20, the basics are essentially the 80-20 of life. The basics are the 20%, right? Those fundamentals of life that if you master them, if you can truly understand how to manipulate them and control them in order to get what you want in life, well, you're going to be able to master your life. Now, alternatively, let's imagine a reality where you have no control over the basics. You don't even know what the basics are. Then you aren't going to be able to achieve your dreams. You're not going to be able to accomplish your goals, because it would be like trying to take on the level 50 quest without going through quests 1 through 10, right? By going through quests 1 through 10, you're going to learn the skills, you're going to learn, the moves, right? The fighting move set, right? The skill, the fireball that you're going to need to beat that level 50 quest. And if you don't get those basics down, if you never go through the tutorial, you're not even going to know what's going on in the game, right? The basics are very important, right? Now, as for the basics of life, there are 5 that I'm going to be explaining to you here. And if you can master these 5, you're going to get very, very far in life, my friend, very far. So, let's just get this out of the way. Now, basic number 1, right, is very simple, very simple. You want to get you want to be getting at least 8 hours of sleep every single night. Because the thing about sleep is, if you have it, sleep is easily the most useful drug that we have in our lives, right? People they take coffee and all of this other stuff, but there's absolutely nothing in the world that can beat a solid 8 hours of sleep. Let's imagine 2 scenarios. One scenario, you get your 8 hours, you're dialed in on your sleep, you're making sure you get it every single night. The other scenario, you're only getting, say, 4 or so hours of sleep, right? In this scenario where, let's start with 4 hours, right? In the scenario where you're only getting 4 hours of sleep, you are literally at 50%, probably less, of your maximum capacity, your true capabilities. Right? You're not well rested, so your mind isn't functioning as it should. And if your mind is not functioning as it should, then you're not going to be able to focus. You're not going to be able to stay dedicated, stay diligent, and actually do your work, right? You're gonna be lazing around. You're gonna be dozing off, right? It's kind of self-explanatory, bro. You cannot get work done. You cannot, build anything off of, low sleep. Obviously, there are people out there who argue, you don't need sleep, work 12-hour days, blah, blah, blah. I don't listen to those idiots, man. Like, it's one of the fundamentals of life. You need to have your sleep dialed in order to succeed, right? In order to get what you're trying to get. Get your 8 hours right. You're well rested. Your mind is rested. Your body is rested. So you can go out and you can actually think, right? You can enter a flow state because your mind is able to fully focus on the task that you're doing, rather than thinking, oh my goodness, I'm dozing off, I need to get some rest. Your body is shouting at you. Alarms are going off inside of your system because you're not well rested. But when you are well rested, when you get those 8 hours, you are very easily going to be able to stay focused, stay locked in, enter that flow state, and actually get things done. So sleep is our first fundamental. You need to master your sleep, and you will master your reality. Now, moving on to our second fundamental. And that second fundamental, my friend, is that you need to be eating healthy. Now, as you may notice, we've started off with the body first, right? So you got your sleep dialed in. That's the energy, right? That's how you're recharging, right? Now your food is what you're being recharged with. If you're eating junk food, if you're eating donuts and cake, I don't really know how to draw cake, but boom, just draw some sprinkles on it. I don't know. We're eating donuts and cake. I try drawing like ice cream or something, but that's not gonna turn out well. You get the idea, right? We eat donuts, you're eating cakes, Snickers, Hershey bars, McDonald's, straight fast food all the time. Well, you're getting bad energy. I don't know how battery works, but let's say that That AA batteries are that super energy, and that AAA batteries is the trash energy you don't want. You don't want to be charging yourself up with AAA battery energy. Obviously, I'm sure both batteries serve their purposes, but for the sake of this video, AAA is bad, AA is good. Okay, by eating this bad food, you're putting like this negative energy into your body. And the thing about energy is that it transfers, right? Energy is neither created or destroyed. It only changes form. So by putting that bad food, that bad energy into your system, you are transferring that bad food, that bad energy into your work. You're transferring that bad energy, those bad flow into your goals, into your dreams, the things you're trying to achieve. If you're only getting bad inputs, you're only going to get bad outputs, right? And if you're getting bad outputs, you're not going to be able to get where you want to be in life, bro, which is why you got to eat healthy, right? Alternatively, you're eating good, you're eating healthy, whole foods, steak, eggs, your greens, your vegetables, potatoes. I love potatoes. Don't even get me started on potatoes. If you're eating good, healthy, whole foods, those are very good inputs, my friend. Those are very good inputs. And with good inputs comes good outputs. You eat, the intake is good, your output is good, right? You have good work, you have good focus, you have good productivity, you have good flow state, and get this, you're going to be able to get where you want to be in life. You're going to be able to accomplish your dreams because you're actually going to be able to focus and genuinely have good outputs, bro. Boom, we got 2 down. We've got your 8 hours of sleep. We've got eating healthy, my friend. And next on our list is, on the topic of body, your body is very important, is exercising, bro, exercising. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get active, bro. You have to get active because that is going to keep your body in motion. It's going to keep that flow of energy going. And not only is it going to help you stay in shape, but it's also going to help your mind because a strong body creates a strong mind, my friend. By staying active, you gotta be in the gym, or you gotta be doing some type of exercise every single day. Whether that be walking, you lift weights, leg day, upper body day, you might play a sport, you might box, you might fight, whatever the case may be. You might even swim, bicycle. There's so many forms of activity, so many forms of exercise out there that I am 100% certain that there's one out there for you, and you just need to keep doing it, bro. You need to do some type of exercise, some type of getting your body in motion, because it's releasing those endorphins. I don't exactly know the science. I'm not really a science guy, but I know that by exercising, my mind gets into this state where I'm ready to work, where I'm ready to accomplish. And like when you're able to consistently do something like exercising every single day, it's giving you're giving your brain the confidence, the confirmation, the evidence that you're able to consistently do something else, whether that be grinding on your business, making content, achieving your goals, or maybe whatever the case may be, right? If you're able to prove to yourself that you can consistently do something like exercising, you're going to be able to consistently do anything else in life. The thing about exercise is when you're getting your body in motion, it also helps your work, right? You're able to think clear, right? You're able, because you're getting all that excess energy out, right? So now you've only got the energy left to focus on your work. Exercising is very important, bro. Not only does it make you healthy, not only does it make you a better individual overall, but it also helps your work, right? It helps your focus, it helps your productivity. All of these things are interconnected. It's like, the basics are really like a spider's web. The basics are the foundation, right? You've got the cement, you've got the wood, the stone, the metal, all that is coming together. And when that foundation is extremely strong, you're going to be able to build a very tall skyscraper, bro. The skyscraper is so tall, you're going to be able to reach your dreams, accomplish everything you've always envisioned, always wanted. It's going to work out because you built that strong foundation, you built up those basics, and you got where you want it to be. Cool. Exercise. Now we've got the body out of the way, my friend. We've got the body, but body alone isn't enough, right? Because the body is not going to achieve your goals, depending on what your goal is, right? You're gonna have to combine some mental with that. It's like a yin and yang, my friend. You cannot have one without the other. So, on the topic of mind, you want to be reading. Now, I say reading here, we're gonna keep that as reading, but what you wanna do is constantly consume information. But the way you consume information is very important, bro. When I say consume, I don't mean scroll on TikTok or watch YouTube, watch Netflix, mindlessly consume dopamine that has no correlation with your goals, but you want to be reading or consuming information that leads to a goal, right? You wanna consume hyper focused information that directs you towards a specific goal. If you have a goal of, say, gaining 50 pounds of muscle in the gym, right? You want to consume information that is going to take you there. You're going to want to read articles about exercise, right? Scientific studies. You want to be watching videos, reading books about the fundamentals of bodybuilding, the fundamentals of weightlifting, the fundamentals of muscle building, all of these things. You want to be consuming that specific information. If you're creating content, you want to watch things with the intention of getting an idea to create content. It's how I'm able to come up with so many ideas for my Instagram, my TikTok, and even for YouTube, is because I'm always taking in information. And when I see something that stands out, when I see an idea that sparks a thought in my head that makes me think, I'm like, oh, that would be perfect to make a video about. That's literally how I'm making this video right now. Is I saw something about the basics. I was like, oh, the basics are very important. I can make a video about that. And here we are right now, right? Because I consume information, reading as well. When you're reading books, specifically about books, is you're getting that niche information depending on the book, right? You don't want to, like, reading gets the recommended books is good, but when you're reading books that aren't as known, right? When you're reading books that not many people know about, you're getting the knowledge that not many people know about. The thing about, if not that many people know about it, not that many people are going to be able to take advantage of it, giving you the advantage because you went and read some niche book about some specific thing that you're trying to get better at, and now you have that niche knowledge that's going to help you get there, that put you ahead of your competition because nobody else has that information. Reading is very important. Consuming information is very important, but do so with the intention of achieving a goal, with the intention of advancing yourself, getting further along the path, along your journey of achieving your dream life. Now, we've got our sleep, we've got our eating, we've got our exercise, we've got reading, but now comes the most important aspect of all of it. Because yes, you could do all of those things, but they don't really mean anything if you're not directing them towards something, if you're not aggregating them around this common point. And that common point, my friend, very important, is working on your craft, right? Because you gotta think, why even do all those things? Why dial in your sleep? Why dial in your diet? Why exercise? Why read books if you're not directing it towards something? Obviously, you could do it for the sake of doing it, but that doesn't ultimately take you anywhere. You're doing this because you have some sort of goal. Maybe you're trying to become a content creator. Maybe you're trying to, start a business. Maybe you're trying to get good grades, get better at school. Maybe you're trying to learn a skill, right? Maybe you're trying to get better at a sport, right? You're doing all of this for some reason, right? And the reason that you're doing that is the craft that you're going to work on. For me, for example, right? I'm trying to, make $10,000 a month. I'm trying to get better at this content game. So everything that I do, me making sure I get to sleep, at the reasonable hour, me making sure I eat healthy, me making sure that I get some type of exercise every day, me making sure that I read books, all of that is with the goal, is with the intention in mind of achieving my goals of getting better at creating content and making $10,000 per month via some type of business model, right? All of that is for this goal. When you want to work on your craft, at the very least, get 2 hours of focus work per day, more if you're capable of doing that. But with those 2 hours of focus work, you're able to pull in, everything, pull in all that energy and point it, laser focus it at a specific point. All the focus, all the energy you're getting from your sleep, your diet, from your exercise, all the inputs that you're getting from your reading, you're going to be able to take in all of those inputs and output them into the world through the creation of your, your craft, through the improving of your craft. And yeah, man, these are the fundamentals. These are the basics that you have to understand. This is not a negotiable. If you want to achieve your goals, it's not negotiable, bro. It's like, it's very fundamental. It's very simple. You want to make sure your sleep is dialed in. You want to make sure your your food is dialed in, then your exercise, then your reading, and you want to make sure you're directing all of that towards some type of goal, some type of craft, some type of skill, some type of ability you're trying to improve on, bro. It's all a spider's web. When you do all of this is going to expand out, right? This is the 20% that gets you that 80%, bro. It gets you all the way there. Now, if you're wondering about that other 20%, that's the very niche, like optimizing stuff, like, maybe I should only eat this specific type of food, or maybe I only, I gotta optimize my sleep, right? The room has to be this temperature. I gotta get the mouth tape. I don't know what the sleep tactics are. Or maybe I take this supplement here for my health. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I only read this type of books, or I'm only, you know, the information that I work best with is podcasts, audiobooks, whatever the case is, right? That other 20% is you hyper optimizing that stuff. That isn't, you know, that's not as important as getting the fundamentals down. You want to focus on that 20% once you've got a very solid fundamentals, and you want to get to that next level, right? The fundamentals will get you to the 1%. The extra curriculars, bro, the hyper optimization, that's going to get you in the 0.01%. That's the next level. You don't gotta worry about that right now. We're talking about the fundamentals here. So hopefully you found some value in this video, bro. Hopefully you learned something new, and hopefully you've understood the vast importance of getting your fundamentals down. The vast importance of understanding that getting these 5 things down, getting this 20% is going to take you so much further than you've ever been before. So yeah, man, that's all I've got for today's video. So lock in on these fundamentals, bro. I'm literally watching you through the screen, right? You might think that this is just a video, but I'm actually I'm seeing everything, bro. I've got eyes, I've got ears all over the place. So I'm gonna be watching you, bro. Get those fundamentals. Let's put the work in. Peace.